What's this? I ain't no fucking king, motherfucker. I ain't no motherfucker. Bitch, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. When I catch you, motherfucker, I kill you, motherfucker. You crazy? I know who the fuck these niggas playing with. I don't play no motherfucking games. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. I'll fuck you up.
Get ready, fight fans, because we've got a crazy story from the boxing world. Today, we're diving into the shocking moment when Gervonta "Tank" Davis clashed with Floyd "Money" Mayweather during his press conference with John Gotti. Yep, you heard that right. The fight between Mayweather and Gotti is set for August 24th, but something way more intense just went down. This drama caught everyone off guard, but we're here to break it all down. So, imagine this, it's a normal press conference. Everyone's excited about the upcoming Mayweather vs. Gotti matchup. Gotti's name alone carries serious weight. At first, everything seems calm, but then things take a wild turn.
As far as with boxing, I've been to the highest you can possibly go and fought some of the best fighters, in the history of the sport. Last time I checked, I beat more fighters that's in the Hall of Fame than any fighter in history, and that's truly a blessing. But he's a tough competitor, and I take my hat off to him. He want to run it back. We can run it back twice, 3 times. It is what it is. I was born to be a fighter. I'm gonna die a fighter at the end of the day. And I heard it all from every fighter. Every fighter say, well, I got a good left hand, I got a good right hand, I got a good hook. I'm gonna apply pressure. My thing is this, I've seen it all. I'm there to entertain. You show up and I'm gonna show up.
Alright, here's where things go off the rails. Out of nowhere, Tank Davis, who had been keeping a low profile, starts throwing some serious shade at Floyd Mayweather. As soon as the fans noticed Davis in the crowd, they could sense something big was about to happen, and they were right. Tank had already hinted that if he ever crossed paths with Floyd in person, he wouldn't hold back. And true to his word, he didn't hesitate for a second. In the middle of all this chaos, John Gotti is just standing there, trying to wrap his head around what's happening. Picture this, Tank storms in and completely steals the spotlight, going straight for Floyd in the middle of the press conference. What was supposed to be all about Floyd versus John suddenly turns into a headline about Floyd versus Tank. You have to feel for Gotti, watching his big moment get overshadowed like that. It's like having your spotlight yanked away. And believe it or not, Gotti's a legit fighter, and he's faced Floyd in the ring before. But let's just say that fight didn't go as anyone expected. It turned into a full-on brawl, and the judges had no choice but to call it a no contest. This moment definitely broke the internet. The clip went so viral that they had to schedule a rematch. But now, you're probably wondering what really went down in there. Well, Joe Rogan broke it all down, and trust me, you won't want to miss his take on it.
So Floyd, even at 46, he's the greatest of all time, and this kid is really an MMA fighter. He's a tough guy. He caught Floyd a couple times with some little shots, but mostly he's just getting boxed up, right? Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. But he was holding on quite a bit and wouldn't let go and was trying to hold and clinch and hit, which is something like right here, but he's not letting go. And so Kenny Bayless gets tired of him not listening and not letting go, and he pushes him off and he says, "That's it, I'm stopping this fight. That's it. You won't listen to me, I am calling this fight." So he goes crazy and gets away from Kenny Bayless and just starts wailing punches at Floyd.
It's obvious that Gotti wasn't done with Floyd. Now, he's coming back with a vengeance, ready to settle the score. But Gotti isn't the only one out for payback against Floyd. Tank Davis has his own score to settle, and he's coming with the intention to hurt Floyd too. Davis saved the fans from what could have been a dull press conference by bringing the chaos. At first, Tank started throwing jabs at Floyd, and that was enough to get everyone out of their seats. When Gervonta Davis talks trash, it's never a quiet moment. It's guaranteed to heat things up, and no one was about to miss a second of it. Davis has made it clear he'd rather beef with Floyd than be on his good side because Floyd's got a history of betraying people. And Tank, of all people, knows exactly what that feels like.
It's good to beef with him than be cool with him because he can do some crazy stuff.
And the drama doesn't stop there. Tank kept going, warning other fighters not to sign with Floyd, making sure his message was heard loud and clear. This got to Floyd so much that he couldn't stay silent anymore. The gloves are off, and now Mayweather is ready to respond.
My thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him be.
The tension between Gervonta Davis and his former boxing mentor, Floyd Mayweather, reached a boiling point right after Davis's explosive knockout win over Frank Martin. The fight itself quickly took a back seat to the fiery comments Tank Davis unleashed at the post-fight press conference, shifting the focus back to the drama between him and Floyd Mayweather. The tension between them exploded, and it was obvious there was some serious beef bubbling beneath the surface. Tank wasn't holding anything back. The room was electric, cameras flashing, reporters leaning in, and everyone on the edge of their seats. But then, Tank crossed a line. Gervonta Davis went full beast mode on Floyd Mayweather, and trust me, it wasn't just a slap. Tank unleashed a brutal knockout punch, his deadly left hook, the same one that put Frank Martin out cold. He came out swinging, reminding everyone why he's one of the most feared fighters in the game. Fortunately for Floyd, security stepped in because, without them, it would have been a long ride to the hospital for the legend. Floyd clearly wants no part of Tank. In fact, he was caught running away from Davis moments before the press conference even started. Floyd saw Tank outside the venue and didn't waste a second rushing inside, even ignoring interviewers waiting to ask questions. Now that's peak ducking.
Hey Floyd, what do you think about the fight, Crawford Madrigal? You said it's gonna be a good fight. Think the winner should get Canelo?
Sir.
This ain't about them right now.
Yeah, sure.
But Floyd's got more to worry about than just Tank. During the press conference, Gotti's father issued a brutal warning, and it's definitely not something Floyd should take lightly. The tension's building, and it's clear that the stakes are getting even higher.
I think Floyd made a mistake. He honored his word and gave John a rematch. He's a man of his word. He's an honorable man. But I think he made a big mistake. John takes retests better than anybody else I've ever seen. And I think the fighter you're going to see enter the ring on August 24th is going to blow your minds. That's what I believe. I believe he's going to shock the world and blow your minds. That's what I believe. And watching John mature as a baby, and again, I was adverse to John being a fighter. I've never wanted my son to pursue his career. I never did. He came to me when I first had come home, and it said, I was away for a while, and it said to me, hey, Dad, I want to explore being an MMA fighter. And I said, I just handed him my credit card. And I said, go ahead, go sign up for a gym, Belmore Kickboxing in Long Island. I said, go ahead, knock yourself out. I didn't even pay attention to it. And 2 months later, he comes to me and says, Dad, how many tickets you want for my fight? And I says, fight? What fight? He says, no, I got a fight coming up. I'm really excited about this fight. I says, John, what do you have to fight for? He said, well, that's the whole idea of what I'm doing. I said, no, I thought you were just going to train, something for you to do. Keep yourself occupied. This is back in 2014. And he says, no, I got this fight. It's out in Smithtown, Long Island. I said, all right, give me 50 tickets and we'll be there. I take 50 guys, we go to the fight. And I'm saying, it's amateur. What could it be? I fought amateurs when I was in military academy as a kid. You had headgear, these big pillowy gloves. So you think your kid's safe. It's productive for him. Well, when I get there, to my surprise, the kid that John is fighting is a particular kid that nobody else wanted to fight, okay? And only 3 months earlier, he had knocked John's trainer out in 37 seconds. So I says, this kid's got his grandfather's balls, but he certainly doesn't have his grandfather's brains, because this is ridiculous. He's never had a fight before, and here he is now. He's gonna have his first MMA fight against a kid. His name is Henry Mills, 6'3", one of the top kickboxing prospects in Long Island. He did an apple for John's head. And he's about to fight this kid, and I'm sick to my stomach. I said, I got snookered here. I got completely snookered here. How this happened is beyond me. The fight unfolds, and it's a war.
And you can't ignore John Gotti himself. He's not bothered that this is an exhibition fight. John is coming in with one goal, to knock Floyd out. Now that's the kind of spirit you want to see.
But I've been watching Floyd fight my whole life, since I'm a kid. I've never once seen Floyd show up early to an event. I was early in Florida, he's already there warming up. I've never seen Floyd prepare the way he has, and I've never seen Floyd throw as many punches in 2 minutes as he did in our fight. So obviously it was a fight. Obviously he wanted to hurt me. Obviously he wanted to knock me out. And so he's not going to snooker me again with this exhibition nonsense. He's coming to knock me out again, and I'm going to try to knock him out this time. So
Tank's already one step ahead of Gotti in this situation. He's already taken Floyd down in their intense brawl. Tank and Floyd have a long history. Floyd's been a mentor, promoter, and even a father figure to Davis at times. But like any relationship, it's complicated. Davis has always wanted his own spotlight, and Floyd's big personality can sometimes overshadow that. Floyd constantly talks about how he's been there for Tank, supporting him through everything. He feels Tank should be grateful, show respect, and stop throwing shade or acting out.
Oh, my thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And, but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go. That's all I ever did.
It's pretty ironic how Floyd claims he's always there for Gervonta Davis, yet he goes and gives tips to Davis's opponents on how to beat him. Floyd gave Frank Martin insider information on how to wipe the floor with Tank, and to top it off, he was even training with Martin. That definitely didn't sit well with Tank.
Were you talking about doing the pad work with Floyd? And he said you got the speed and the power to be a world champ. What did that do for your confidence? You can hear that from anybody, but Floyd is Floyd.
It was just motivation, because at that time too, man, I ain't had that IQ that I got now. So at that point, I was just really going off natural athleticism. So for him to tell me that at that time, getting deeper in my bag, trying to understand the game.
It's not like basketball where you got to depend on people. It's not like football. Like the work that you put in reflects directly with your results. People don't even know the amount of hours that y'all put into this.
We ain't got no backup. We got a bad day, whatever. We ain't got nobody to come through for.
Unfortunately for Frank, Floyd's training didn't make much of a difference when it came to his fight against Tank. Frank Martin ended up going to sleep, just like most of Tank's opponents.
Oh, let's up with John.
Down goes Martin! Mamma mia!
6, 7.
Calvin Ford, Tank Davis's trainer, shared his thoughts on the situation with Floyd Mayweather. According to Ford, what went down at the press conference was pure karma for Floyd.
Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. And I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we saying what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to reveal itself, you know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said, they say the true colors of a person is coming out, man, because they can't stand it, you know. Calm is it. I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows. He knows.
We've always known there was a heated rivalry between these two, and Tank's been itching for a chance to face Floyd in the ring. Fans have been dying to see that showdown, and lucky for them, it's closer than ever. Tank himself hinted that the mega fight could happen this September. Yep, you heard that right.
A new deal, 7-fight deal, which is music to the ears of many boxing fans. Get to see you in action for several more years. What type of names are we talking about on those 7 names?
Whoever you name, they could be in it.
If I name some fighters, can you say yes or no?
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson?
Yep.
Ryan Garcia?
Yep.
Devin Haney?
Yep.
Isaac Cruz?
Yeah, but there's 2 people I already beat already, but yeah.
Errol Spence?
Outside the ring.
Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah. Yeah, September, November.
Teofimo Lopez?
Yeah.
Out of all of those guys, who do you think is the most difficult opponent for you?
Floyd Mayweather.
That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments section below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next one.